for someone who doesn't know, what can you kind of explain what that structure is right now, like what's coming out of
The steel structure, for sure. The highest beam level that you see today is going to be the main concourse level. So essentially, the lower bowl is going to load from that point down. That also mirrors all the way around the building, actually, to the the level that the Winter Garden will be at, spanning 104 Avenue. And then you can see the rakered beams coming down, so the lower bowl is starting to take shape today.
Can you talk about that kind of that design, like the main concourse being elevated? It's not a common thing in arenas, and the uniqueness of it.
I don't know that I'm the right person to comment on uniqueness. It's certainly been a feature of this project for as long as I've been involved in terms of loading down. And you know, it puts the ice level at grade, which I think is probably one of the more unique features. There's a lot where the ice is sunk below, and we're certainly one of a very select few that has parking underneath the ice slab from a design standpoint. And that's just based on my short knowledge of arenas in North America.
For the hockey fan, from this point of view, where would center ice be, or are there any other particular features that you might want to point out?
So center ice is going to be just to the left-hand side of the two steel cranes that you see there. Bear in mind, if you took some shots from the top of the EPCOR tower, we have left a section of the slab out, so the hole that you see in the slab right now is actually bigger than the ice sheet itself. But yeah, center ice is just going to be to the left of those cranes right now. If you look further over to the left and you see the excavator arm going across 104 Avenue, that's actually where the Winter Garden's going to land. So that gives you some kind of perspective as to where we are today.
Can you talk a little bit more about the Winter Garden? And it's going to be very interesting to see like that bridge kind of come over 104th.
We're in our final detailed planning of that work right now. First off, we have to build structure on the south side of 104th Avenue, and that will start between now and mid-November. And then before the end of the year, you'll start to see the bridge deck go across 104 Avenue. That will need us to place some temporary shoring to deal with the spans. It's a significant span, but you'll see it come together fairly quickly, and we'll be doing that obviously to minimize disruption to the city of Edmonton, those that use 104 Avenue. Well, simply the only outdoor side bit that you'll have is from the bridge to the very outside of the wall. You can see our workers right now. That is actually the LRT lobby entrance. So you will enter the building at that point, walking up this ramp and load further up, either using escalators or elevators that will be located almost behind where you're standing today. So what's that, maybe 30 feet of outside that you'll have to walk from LRT to inside of the building.